The GOAT is back. I'm talking about Serena Williams, and she's got a new doubles partner. Hi everyone, it's me, Pepper. We're back for another weekly sports show, and this week there's so much to celebrate. Montreal threw parade for the Victoire, Triple Espresso are reunited, and skateboarder Sky Brown showed off her unique style. Plus, we've got a pep talk from dancer Giannina Palantonio, so you'll want to stay tuned for that. Let's get into it. We start the show today with Chronically Online and a story that was all over my feed this weekend. Paige Beckers traveled from Dallas to San Antonio to support fellow UConn basketball alum Stephon Castle in Game 7 of the NBA's Western Conference Finals between the Spurs and the Thunder. They both won national championships at UConn and won Rookie of the Year in their first year as pros, so a cool connection there. I absolutely loved this moment and getting to see their interaction, and what I thought was the funniest part is Paige had like a Thunder t-shirt tucked into her pocket, and he literally just snatches it out and throws it on the floor. And in the middle of this very joyful interaction between the two of them, obviously Castle now headed to the finals, and I just thought that was funny and probably encapsulates their relationship, but a really cool moment there for UConn, Wings, and Spurs fans. We move to the Rebel Report and the news of this past week. Let's start with another story I loved seeing in the hockey world. The Montreal Victoires Championship Parade over the weekend. 20,000 fans showed up to celebrate the team as the city put on a show with double-decker buses and a whole ceremony. My favorite moment? When the players danced with their trophy and had a Celine Dion sing-along. And even cooler is Celine actually saw this video and sent in her congratulations. What a cool moment. I was not expecting that at all, but I love it. And then a soccer story that's cause for celebration. Triple Espresso are officially back with the national team. The gold-winning forward line of Trinity Rodman, Sophia Wilson, and Mallory Swanson all got called up to the team. It's the first time they've all been on the roster together since the Olympics. Now, the NWSL is on break this month, but the national team will play 2 games against Brazil this week, and I am so excited to see Triple Espresso back together. Staying on the celebration theme, someone will be lifting a national championship trophy very soon at the College World Series. It has been a wild tournament, and we have to talk about the UCLA-Texas Tech game. 9 innings, 6 pitching changes, 1 absolute bomb from Jordan Woolery, and you heard me right, Texas Tech made 6 pitching changes going back and forth between Nyjah Kennedy and Caitlin Terry, who actually transferred from UCLA in the offseason, while Taylor Tinsley pitched every single pitch for UCLA. So a little different there from both teams. The game went 9 innings, and I was just on the edge of my seat the whole time. Texas Tech ended up beating UCLA to make it to the Final Four. They then had to beat Alabama twice to make it to the final, where they'll face the defending champions, Texas, in a repeat of last year's title series, and I am so excited. And another softball story that caught my attention was Doherty Fromm. She's one of the best collegiate softball players ever, a 2-time National Player of the Year, was the first player to hit 20 home runs and win 20 games pitching in back-to-back seasons, and just finished her college career at the World Series. But there are news today is that this week she posted on her Instagram announcing that she was pregnant, which is so exciting, and wishing her so many congratulations. But it got me thinking that this means her baby experienced her hitting home runs and striking people out, and it reminded me of how my parents like to tell me I was at a Prince concert, even though I was only there in my mother's stomach. But imagine this kid gets to tell all their friends, yeah, I actually hit a home run in the World Series, or something close to that. Congratulations to Doherty. College softball might be ending this weekend, but pro softball is just getting started, with the AUSL season beginning on Tuesday. I'm so excited to introduce a new segment on the show, the AUSL Diamond Room. Darcy, who you all saw on the show while I was on vacation, will keep us covered all season long. She and I both love and play softball, and we can't wait to cover softball summer with AUSL. Darcy gets us started with her first report on what she loves about the AUSL.
Hey Rebels, it's Darcy, and one of my favorite things about AUSL is the way that it takes the whole sport of softball to the next level. It does this in many ways. One of them is by giving their teams hometowns, because when doing this, it gives their AUSL teams a supportive and very excited community to come back to. Another way of doing this is by bringing in some of the biggest softball names ever. For example, they're bringing in Carlin Pickens next season, the pitcher who threw the fastest pitch in softball history, hitting at 79 miles per hour, Nigel Kennedy, and Race Atwood. I'm so excited to watch these athletes play. And finally, they have these amazing and talented softball players play against or sometimes even with each other. And as true softball fans, this is so amazing to watch. Thank you, AUSL, for giving these women these opportunities. Bye, guys.
It's time for Rebel of the Week, and we're talking about the news we've all been hoping for. Serena Williams is back. The tennis legend will return to professional tennis 4 years after her last match at the 2022 US Open. She'll compete in doubles with 19-year-old Victoria Mboko at a tournament in London next week. And this is so exciting. Serena Williams is the reason I started watching tennis and now fallen in love with players like Naomi Osaka and Coco Gauff. And the idea that she's competing with a 19-year-old is so cool. I can't imagine how excited Victoria is to be able to learn from a legend like Serena. And I'm just so excited to see her play tennis again, and I'm sure you all agree with me. Let's talk style for this week's Fashion in Motion, featuring Sky Brown, a 17-year-old skateboarder and surfer. I've been watching Sky for a while, starting when I interviewed her when I was 9 and she was 11. I was so excited when she medaled at the 2021 Olympics in skateboarding just 2 years later. And I'm so excited now because Flaunt Magazine just dropped their interview and shoot with her, where she talks about her unique style and perspective. Now, as someone who's 15, she's 17, I look up to her and have since I was 9, and I think the fact that she is so confident and so accomplished and has such a distinct style is so cool, so everyone should check her out. We close out the show with another one of my favorite segments, the Pep Talk, where we hear from people around the sports world. This week, dancer and choreographer Giannina Palantonio has a message for us on how she overcomes difficult days.
Hey Rebels, it's Giannina, and on those days that we've all felt that things just kind of go south and maybe things aren't working in our favor, they can be really discouraging. I know the feeling. But the one quote that I've always lived by that I continue to tell myself is everything happens for a reason. It's definitely easier said than done, but I like to believe that my story is already written and then I just have the privilege of living it day by day and I just have to follow it. And you know what? If yesterday or today wasn't meant to be a good day, that just means that tomorrow could be even better. It's a new day and everything happens for a reason. So I just wanted to share that, and I want you all to remember that we all have days like that. But yeah, that's about it. Love you.
That was amazing advice. Thank you, Giannina. It is so important, especially as athletes, to remember that having a positive outlook is so important. There are going to be hard days, you're going to make mistakes, but being able to overcome that is the most important part. Another fun show in the books. Thanks for joining us. We'll be back next week with even more news from the world of women's sports. Remember, showing up, playing your game, and lifting others up. That's what being a rebel is all about. Don't worry about what you're not. Instead, focus on who you are. I'm Pepper, and until next week, play rebel and stay rebel.